The following program contains adult language, descriptions of fantasy violence, and a general lack of skill, talent, and quality. Audience discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Party of IV, a show with such poor viewership that even Disney Plus would officially cancel it. Okay.
Nice.
I think, especially any Star Wars fans would probably get that one. So previously we had left the town of Fairwood Falls, where we had taken down a blue dragon that had attacked the town. Lukthaen was gifted a heightened senses as a result. The rest of the group got a few other things from the townsfolk as thanks for their assistance in helping to protect the town. You all then made your way to the next location out in the middle of the woods with guidance from Haugh, where you blinked out of existence from one place and into another, being this stone library type area where you had seen a couple of Arlo's fallen comrades, and you had seen these magical chests. And through some trial and error, you discovered what chest the little tablet was referring to, which happened to be the chest within the statue of the zombified dragonborn fighter that was near the back of the room. After defeating that stone warrior, you used the handle from the sword as somewhat of a key to open the hidden passage that was actually behind it. Okay, that's where all you guys are now. Cut to many miles away. Back in LA, where the chromatic dragons have found their way into the crater in the center of Mount Tane. Inside this crater, and in this cavern that they have found, faint torchlight now kind of surrounds the perimeter of this enormous cavern, several hundreds of feet in diameter. The three dragons, come to this, it's almost like some kind of pool that is directly beneath the hole that they had carved into the bed of the rock that is now above them. There is this pool. It's about 30 feet across. There, the liquid is definitely not water. It is some type of black, inky, an unknowable type of liquid in this pool. The red, the black, and white dragons all find equidistant places around the pool. This circular shaped pool. And then they all kind of line up. They face the center of this pool. They all kind of, with all of their gumption, they take a huge breath, and they each blast their breath weapons into the center of the pool, into the liquid. The energy from these breath weapons, it seems to be almost absorbed by this black liquid. It starts to kind of bubble and percolate, and it starts to glow this reddish color. And then the light emanating from this pool fills the cavern with even greater light, and revealing a set of doors, some double doors along the perimeter. These doors are probably 100 feet tall, and probably at least 30 feet wide. Huge, massive, look like some type of metal doors. The liquid within that pool, it's almost like it begins to kind of vaporize almost and starts to percolate and form kind of this column. It starts to kind of jettison upward and up to that hole where under the bed of that rock, it kind of blasts through there, and you just see this almost beam, this red mist, this column. It's glowing and just kind of percolating, and this red mist is just flying straight up into the air, and it flies straight up into the atmosphere, and then you get almost like this aurora borealis type effect. It starts to fill the sky, and everyone in the surrounding area start looking up, seeing this almost like the spotlight type effect blasting all the way up into the sky, filling the air as it starts to kind of emanate outwards, and just it starts going much farther than beyond the town itself, and this glowing mist just kind of fills the air, and everywhere everyone looks just has this red hazy light. Everything just has this red hue to it now, as it kind of fills the sky. Cut to you guys. So after you all opened the door within this, stone library-esque type room, the door that you managed to open, it leads down this long, dark hallway, save for a brilliant white light, way down at the end. It looks small at this point. It's probably several hundred feet down. So what all would you like to do now?
Start walking down the hallway.
All right.
I'll take up the back. I can't see shit.
All right.
I'll produce flame, and I'll carry a flame so we can light it while we're walking through.
Okay, cool.
I see great.
Yeah.
Right, like
10 feet.
I even don't see great.
yeah. You have your what is it?
120
true
dark
sight?
vision. I've got advantage. And I've got blind sense.
Excellent.
Don't fuck with me in the dark.
Right.
Wow.
Well, all right. So we're heading down. Sounds like we got Aust on the front. We got Fox on the back.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you guys are moving down. It's not too narrow. It's almost 10 feet-ish. It's not like crazy narrow, but again, making your way down this corridor. Once you get probably about 30, 40, 50 feet into this hallway, that door from the room that you guys left, it begins to close. And now you guys can see no light coming from that direction. As you continue to make your way forward, it almost looks like that light at the end of the tunnel is not. It looks like it's not getting any closer. And then a split second goes by, and then very similar to what happened previously, what took you into the room, you guys just kind of blink out of existence, and then you kind of, without skipping a step, it's like you're just walking, and then you kind of just bump into a wall, and there is just behind you, there is just this brilliant white light, presumably the same white light that you were walking towards. But now you are in this huge room. It is a heptagonal shaped room. It is a very large room. It's about 100 feet across, and there is this brilliant, almost blinding light coming from the very, very center of the room. So you guys, it's like you booped right into the wall. You can now all you see is like your shadow against the wall, as this light is technically actually behind you now, and now you're in this huge this huge room.
I just got done talking all this shit. I can't see anything in this very bright space.
Extremely,
This is not for drows.
extremely bright room.
I have to like pull my hood over further over my eyes.
Now, it's so what do we do now? So right now you are kind of face first into this wall. Nothing else is happening currently, but you just you see like this like perfect crisp outline of you from this shadow. That's how bright this light is behind you. You just get this absolutely harsh shadow of yourself against the wall. So what would you all like to do now?
I'm gonna actually take out some cloth or something from my bag and intentionally blindfold myself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to do that. You're able to strip off a piece or any kind of maybe some scrap clothing or something, and you're able to kind of tie a little makeshift bandana or blindfold, and so you are currently blinding yourself. Okay, what all would we like to do?
I guess suffice it to say, if we were to turn and not look directly at the light, but try to see what else is going on in the room, are we able to gather anything, or is it
Of
just
course.
too bright even from a peripheral?
Oh,
Well,
you
that's
could-
the thing. Where's
no,
the shadow? Is the shadow like direct? Like the light would be directly behind us, or would it be up a little bit, or like how do we
correct.
see
It is. Probably like waist height. Probably about 3 or 4
Yeah.
feet from the ground. You get this perfect silhouette of yourself
Okay, just like right.
against
Okay.
So, to your question, it's not, painful. It's just extremely bright. And yes, to your question, like, as your eyes adjust a little bit, you're able to kind of start seeing some of the detail, the stone walls around you. And as you look around, as you start to look around, you notice where it's coming from. It is directly in the center of this room. As you look around, you're able to kind of, maybe kind of put your hand over a little bit so you kind of see everything else. You do see some pillars around the room. There's about 7 pillars around the room, and again, since the light is coming directly in the center of this room, you see those harsh, bold shadows being projected from each of the columns against the wall also. So anything beyond that, you might need, a little bit more something.
You ever see Daredevil?
Which one?
Ben Affleck.
I've seen it. It's been a while.
Okay. So I'm picturing that I have Daredevil vision.
Okay.
Where like everything's blacked out and I see like kind of outlines of stuff, like almost like echolocation.
Okay.
That's how actually blind sense is described in the SCP.
Yeah, as long as I'm not covered.
So I'm wondering if I, in the absence of light, but the presence of sight, see anything that my colleagues can't see in my immediate vicinity.
Okay, good call. Well, with that being said, why don't you go ahead and give me that perception? Let's see. You would be at disadvantage, but you have advantage. Let's just make it a straight perception roll.
All right. That's an 8.
Okay. So from your perspective, so again, you guys are still right by the wall. From your position, the light, again, in this nearly 100-foot across room, is probably about 30, 40 feet from you. You notice the pillars, you notice the shadows. Anything beyond that, you're not quite picking up the detail, right? You know that, these structure, the elements of the structure exist. Stuff is that way, stuff is that way, but the detail, right? It's the detail you're missing.
Right.
Right. As you bumped your snoot right on the wall, you can tell it's probably it's all stone. It's a stone wall. As you kind of move your feet just a little bit, you hear that graininess under your boot, right? So probably stone floors, probably very similar to many of the other rooms that you've encountered so far, other than the extremely brilliant bright white light coming from the center. Let's wait for that airplane. Yeah. Only downside to living near an airport. Looks cool.
It'd be white noise.
Does noise.
Might sleep without 7 airplanes.
Yeah.
Is there anything on our wall?
On your wall in particular, if you're just kind of still standing there, you're looking up. You don't really, from here, you don't really see anything. You see this, you can see the seams and the stone bricks as they're the stone blocks as you kind of go up. The room itself is probably, you can probably gather is about 30-ish feet high. But from where you are, just on your wall, yeah, there's really nothing that you can tell from there.
No pillars on our wall. Nothing really.
No, and actually, as you all look around, you see the pillars. Again, there are. It's a heptagonal room, meaning 7 sides. So each of these pillars, there's also 7 pillars. That shadow kind of projects into each one of those corners where it kind of meets. But there does seem to be a little bit more of a gap in between the pillars where you guys are standing. Probably hinting that this is the entrance, so to speak, right? But you see those other pillars, other than that, they're all equidistant from each other around the room. What would we like to do now?
If there's one close to me, I'd like to go up and see if there's any kind of writing on it, or if anything. Is anything stacked up on them? Like, or what are the?
So these columns, these pillars, actually they're support structures.
Supports.
So they go all the way up to the ceiling.
Okay.
It's only the thing in the middle. There's this small little pillar in the center with whatever bright object is in the center.
And then the room is enclosed?
From where you are, yes. From what you can tell, yes. You don't see a door or anything from where you are.
Is the light sitting or floating on it, or like what is it? Can we tell what it is?
Without looking directly at it, you can't tell. You can't really tell.
I'm gonna walk towards the light.
Okay. Tell me how that goes.
If anybody stops me. So I can still probably sense where the light is coming from.
Of
It's
course.
like you have your eyes closed, you can still kind of see
Yeah.
bright source of light. I'm probably fumbling around, but I do have Rom on my shoulder, probably guiding a little bit. Also himself probably not trying to look directly.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna stumble, try not to bump into anything.
Okay.
And once can I get within 10 feet of it to see what it doesn't look like?
Okay. So let me tell you what happens. As you start walking towards the toward the
Spoiler.
Right. Spoiler alert. No. As you start walking towards the light, don't walk towards the light, man. As you start walking, once you get more than about 5 feet away from the wall, you start to kind of slow down. You sense it's almost like lethargic. Like you start feeling this weight on you, and it kind of physically starts kind of. You really start feeling it physically, almost like something is dragging behind you. It's just like as you're trying to step closer and closer, you just feel like yourself getting slower and slower as you're trying to walk towards the light. So I'll probably give you a few, I'll say you start getting, about 10 feet before you can make a decision on that.
Mm-hmm. I would probably persist if I do still feel myself getting closer to the light.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably push back against the weight.
Sure.
If I feel like I'm actually gaining ground on this thing.
Okay. So so you definitely feel yourself getting closer, right? But with each step, so we'll say you've already gotten to about 10 feet. With each step, you start getting slower and slower and slower. How far?
Once I get to within 10 feet, when the object is actually within my blind sight range, what am I, like through my blindfold, what am I looking at? Is it an orb? Is it what am I looking at?
Okay, cool. So yeah, once you start getting to within 10 feet, you are going, it is like, I don't want to say painfully so, because it doesn't hurt. You just feel just like you're starting to use more and more and more effort to actually just. Once you start, once you're at about 10 feet, it is taking up just about every muscle in your body to still move. When once you get close enough, you are able to make out it is a section of the staff that you're after, the dragon collar. So it's probably about a foot long piece of the staff. It's just kind of hovering over this pillar and just generating just this. There's this massive light is coming from it.
Okay. I will turn back to. I won't get any further away from the object. I want to maintain the progress that I've made, I guess. But I'll turn it over my shoulder and say, "It's part of the staff. It's one of the pieces that we need."
Well, and when you're doing that, you can still feel that weight even when you're speaking. So it's not like time.
I'm assuming they see the labor that I.
Yes, you're like, and then you turn around and it's like, it's part of the dead. But cooler.
Yeah.
But you just feel that weight, like your muscles are like tightening up a little bit as you try to get closer to the light.
Can you grab it?
I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay.
Since now I know it's a safe object, I think I'm a. Do I want to do this? I think I'm a Misty Step to the staff.
Okay. Let's see.
All of a sudden the gravity's like,
I know.
Yeah.
So sudden force pressure.
Party of 4th edition.
All of a sudden, Arlo explodes due to the sudden increase of pressure.
So
Put the hat back on.
be extremely clear on where and what you're doing.
Okay.
Yes, pressure.
Yeah. Okay. My initial idea, which I think is what I might end up going with, is I want to basically Misty Step to where I'm holding it.
Okay.
So right there, I want it.
How accurate can you be with that?
It just says teleport to an unoccupied space you can see.
Oh.
Can you? Can you see
Yeah,
that
that's a great
spot
question.
right
Oh,
next to it?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you?
Can you see it? Right? Yeah. Extreme. It is painfully
Okay.
bright. If you were to stare directly at it.
Well, yeah, I can't see it. So, I can't get there. So I think I'm gonna just go to. I'm gonna just start walking to same place because I can't see it where I would want.
Well,
It's
that
too-
was
it's
happening in
blinding,
his
right?
head. I also had an idea to use magic.
Okay.
I'm going to use Mage Hand and try to reach out with the incorporeal hand and grab a bit of staff. And
Okay.
I don't like the smiling.
Okay. No.
It has a weight carrying capacity of 10 pounds. in case
Just to be absolutely clear,
Yep.
can you read me the description
Yep.
of
A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast this spell again. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. The hand can't attack, activate magic, or carry more than 10 pounds. So I would be...
Hey, hang on, I think I missed a point real quick. Can you start the description one more time?
A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to get it next to the pillar.
So you are going to... So it projects from you, correct?
No, it appears... It doesn't start at my space. It can
Okay.
start anywhere up to 30 feet from me. Specifically.
Okay.
In fact, what I want to do is bring it into existence directly above the piece of staff.
Okay. So, and you're holding your position so far? You're probably about 10 feet away
Yeah, I will
from...
stop to cast the spell, but I think you said I got 10 and I kind of inspected and I've been slowly still
Right.
trying to make my way.
And
Maybe
you-
I'm
and-
8.5 feet away now.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's been a tough 8.5 feet.
yeah.
Okay. Spectral hand.
It is spectral
Okay.
and it does float.
So you go ahead and cast this mage hand, and so like just above it, right?
That's the intent.
So you cast it just over it. No one else can probably even see what's happening, right? Because A, they're not looking they can't look directly at it, and the spectral hand, it pops out and it's directly over it, and it does not move. You cast it directly over, and it is absolutely unable to move at that point. It doesn't go forward, backward, up or down. There is zero movement at that point. What would you like to do now?
How many feet forward, I guess, before we could see that he started slowing down? Like, where's the point? What's the range of the...
Sure.
Pressure,
I mean,
I guess.
without having done it yourself, and maybe you didn't realize, and maybe only Lukthaen could probably tell you, but you guys who are still kind of along the perimeter, right? It doesn't seem like, without having moved very much, it doesn't seem like you're definitely not as hindered as he has been, but. Let's see. Without actually doing anything else, you probably haven't noticed You just saw Lukthaen kind of getting slower and slower and slower, and you actually just see the kind of effort as he's getting closer and closer. But at this point, you still don't know what that is, and necessarily where, it's not affecting you much. Definitely not to the point where that he has been experiencing. So,
are the pillars plain? Is there any markings, or is there anything I want to look around the room, and I'll walk around the room if I need to, and look at the different pillars,
Sure.
and if there's anything on the walls that kind of indicate any information about this, what's going on.
Absolutely. Okay. So, pick a direction. Which way do you go?
Right.
So you're heading to the right. So you're, give me some detail. Exactly what are you trying to do? Precisely.
So I'm walking around the room, and essentially I just want to see anything, if there's any markings, details, like portraits, murals on the pillars or on the walls, kind of glean any information about what's happening.
Okay. So as you are walking, are you trying to walk, in a little? Are you trying to stay on the perimeter?
Mostly on the perimeter right now.
Cool.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like the pillars, are they up against the wall? Because you say we see the shadows behind it, but how far?
Yeah. No. So the pillars themselves are probably about 15, 20 feet off of the walls, right?
Okay.
So it's almost like there's this kind of, this kind of circular orientation around the middle bit. But there is some space so you can walk behind them around the room, right?
So if I were to then step inside the ring of pillars, is that when I start to feel resistance?
Yeah, so as soon as you start walking in that direction toward where the light is coming from, you would definitely start feeling kind of that pull, the kind of that weight on you. So as you're kind of inching your way that way, you do start to feel some of that weight. But you're going to walk along kind of the outer perimeter, behind the pillars, as it were. So as you get to that first pillar, right, again, that insanely bright light, you get these harsh shadows. It's literally, like a night and day difference, right, between the light on the ground and then the shadow. However, as soon as you get to the shadow behind there, you immediately feel like this relief. You feel like this pressure is just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's just like at that point, you feel like you don't feel any kind of dragging or any kind of weight upon you. And if you continue to step, past the shadow into the light again, you start to feel that weight again upon you. So about how far do you think you're gonna take that? And are you still trying to go?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So you're getting you're super slow-mo, even though everyone's like, what is he doing? What's happening? And you're like, so you get to, are you going to try to get to within, so you get to about 5 feet, okay? Once you get within 5 feet, you stop. You absolutely are frozen in space, and again, you don't really feel anything other than just you're just it's like your muscles are just locked up, and you just cannot move. It's like when what is it called when you're asleep and you're half awake and you can't move?
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, sleep paralysis. You're just you're very aware of it, right?
Can I move backwards?
Once you got to within 5 feet, and you are unable to move at all, you are just like, oh sure.
Oh no.
But so you, as you get within 5 feet, you are absolutely locked up and currently are unable to move.
Okay.
So real Fayal update. What? Let's see. I think Fayal is probably in the same boat as you guys. Like, you know, he obviously can't look at it. He's trying to see what you guys are up to. He's still on the kind of on the perimeter. You haven't you did take your action to do that thing?
Well, no, 'cause
No,
I couldn't see.
you canceled that, huh?
Yeah, so I saw that he completely came to stop.
Did you?
Well, I'm asking if I could see that. Like, I'm looking at him. I've been looking at him, like...
Yeah, but he's
But
getting
do I-
closer and
do I
closer to
get-
that light, and
Do
just
I
like,
start... Okay.
It's extremely hard.
So-
I need like double disadvantage.
Okay.
On a
Okay.
perception or something.
What if you're standing in the shadow of Lukthaen?
I wanna try something.
Can certainly try.
And I wanna cast Darkness.
Nice.
You're gonna cast darkness on what? On who?
The area where the light is coming from. So like just the general area. It's 15 feet I can cover.
Okay.
I know, I was thinking about that too. I don't have it. I can't learn it. What is it, a sorcerer's?
Can you read me really quick the definition of darkness?
Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-point sphere of duration. For the duration, the darkness spreads around the corners, and a creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness. Non-magical light can't illuminate it. If I choose an object, it will move around with the object. That's the rest of the thing. And then if this spell area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell second level or lower, the spell that created the light will dispel.
Okay. So lay it on me. See what you do.
Well, I want to just cast it like right at it. I want to cast the radius, but I also trying to hit where I know he's been walking towards.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if it doesn't stop, the darkness will kind of cover him. So that's sort of what I'm dealing. I'm trying to hit both of them.
Got you. So as you cast that, you try to cast your darkness in that area. What you are barely able to see in that direction, you cast it in that direction, and you don't see the light change in any way from where you are. You might see maybe you've seen a faint flicker, but the darkness does not take.
Is the area around dark at all, or is it?
Yes.
Is it complete? The whole area is completely unaffected.
Correct. There is. I was making again. That's why I'm having you read it, because
Yeah.
there was one line in there that makes it work or not work rather. Well, at least you guys didn't figure this out. Oh, I got this in like 5 minutes, and we didn't have a session. So you know, great job, guys.
Right.
So
Again, there's no,
good.
there's
I'm
no.
glad I don't have that spell to do that with.
Does Aust have an idea?
No,
That he
not
would-
other than trying to get any other. So there's nothing other than
Okay.
when I walk around the room, other than finding out that the shadow has relief. Is there any other information I was able to find, or?
Yes. Okay. So you're going to continue just to kind of walk.
Yeah, I'm going to
Got it.
continue to
Okay.
circumnavigate the room.
So, what you are able to see, so you get past that first pillar, right? When you hit the shadow, that relief. When you hit the light, you feel that weight. You get to the next. You get to the next pillar. You enter that shadow, weight's gone. You get to about that third pillar, and what you actually see behind this one, and maybe you can't tell unless you actually walk the rest of the way. But behind this pillar, you see a torch on the wall. There's a sconce on the wall, and you see a torch. And looking at it, and obviously, that's weird. Why? Who needs torches here? That's weird. Fucking weird, but okay. But what you also notice, I'll just give it to you. The flame seems fine. You know, it's moving and whatnot as flame would. So yeah. So right now I will leave you there at the third pillar, noticing this. What would you like to do at that point? And we're not in any order. So
yeah. So
keep going. Anyone doing something else?
So since obviously this is magical stuff, this might seem like a silly question. Is the flame illuminating the shadow?
Yes. You know, it's giving off. You know, without your periphery being singed out too much.
Right.
Yeah, you are able to notice it. It's still giving off the appropriate amount of light for the size of this flame.
I'll take the torch out of the sconce.
Okay, cool. Now you have a torch.
Great. Can I put out the flame?
You can't. Can you?
Yeah. I'll take an action. I'll use an action just to kind of stomp out the torch.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you stomp out the torch, and now you have an unlit torch.
All right. Well then, nothing happens. I'm gonna keep walking around the room.
Okay. So you're at the third pillar, and then let's say you get to the fourth pillar. You know, that's like directly across from where you guys came in.
Mm-hmm.
You see another torch in that corner as well. Yeah.
I'll take that torch.
Okay. And same thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stomp it out again.
Take that torch, stomp it out. You have 2 unlit torches.
Great.
So you're gonna go ahead and go around to the next pillar.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hell yeah.
You see one
Nothing
more.
bad has happened. So.
You see one more pillar. You see one more torch behind that pillar.
Yep.
Okay.
Rinse and repeat.
Okay. So you have 3 unlit torches. But once you get to where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That would have been 5.
And then once you get to 6 and 7, you don't see any other torches against the wall.
And nothing happens.
Nothing has happened that you can see.
Huh. I'm just gonna. Aust is gonna take a few minutes, just kind of mull over the situation.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And by Aust, I mean me personally.
Yeah.
Isn't that a damn thing?
In the light or in the shadow?
I am.
Where you gonna camp up for the moment?
I think I'm gonna be in the shadow. So if I didn't see any, could I see? But like whenever I got to the 5th pillar with the last torch, could I see behind the 6 and 7 torches or pillars, or would I have to actually walk behind?
From there, you could see that the shadow, you know. So if you're from the 5th one, you're looking across, you can see that shadow, right? You probably have to kind of do this a little bit, block out that light. But yeah, you would be able to see that.
I probably
shadow.
will stay in the shadow behind the last pillar, the 5th pillar.
Okay.
If there is no torches on the 6 or 7.
Correct. Yeah. So you get to that point, you stomp that one out, and you're like, anything? No, looks good. Okay, I'll stay right here. So you just park it right there for right now.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I think. So let's see. You are frozen within.
Don't ask me what I'm doing.
Within 5 feet of the object. You are at pillar number 5. You guys are. You haven't moved anywhere, right?
No,
You're still
I think
kind
I'm
of
gonna start-
at the quote-unquote entrance.
I'm gonna start walking to the left, which is the opposite way he went.
Okay.
I want to kind of meet him, sort of see if he's found anything.
Yeah, you see Aust
Cool.
is holding these 3 unlit torches, like really puzzled.
Okay. Cool.
Could have swore that was gonna do something.
Yeah. So.
This was foolproof. Like.
Yeah, right. So to give you some of the same things, right? So you went the other direction. And then similarly, once you got to that shadow, you kind of feel this weight, this relief as you're in the shadow. And then once you get to that light, you feel that weight again. Get to the shadow, light, and then you meet up in the shadow with Aust.
Is the shadow just right behind the pillars? That's all that there is of shadow?
Yes.
Okay. So, I will try to like just hold like my cloak in front of me and like go to the light and see if that creates a shadow or just nothing changes. Like I want to see if like covering the cloak, like just covering the
right.
light.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're gonna try to just like put it up to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
Cover
put
it.
yourself in the shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you do that and you kind of come around from behind that pillar, you put that up. You kind of you are within the shadow, but as you move towards the light, you start feeling that weight get a little heavier, a little heavier, a little heavier.
Okay.
So as you're moving towards it, I'll give you about 10 feet before you can act on that. But yeah, but at that point you're already kind of closer than when Lukthaen started. So it's pretty immediate. It's like,
Okay.
you really feel that kind of weight, and
Okay.
you're really having to like muscle through it.
I'm gonna go back to behind the pillar.
Okay. So as you, how are you? You're just gonna walk back, or are you gonna turn around? Be extremely specific.
I think I wanna.
Yeah. So again, you're holding it
I
on,
wanna-
and at that point, right? It's almost like you're pushing your
I think I'm
cloak.
just walk
right?
back. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So as you start getting a little farther, right, and you can feel that weight, it's like, oh, this is working, right? As you start stepping backwards, it's almost like you're being propelled in that direction, and you're just like, and so it is like easy to get that way since you didn't go as far. You gave up much sooner. You start stepping back in that direction, and it's almost like you're getting pushed, and you're like, whoa, and you get pushed pretty much, almost all the way back to that wall. The shadow from that pillar is right next to you. It's almost like it flung you back from where you were, from the direction you were going. What would we like to do now?
What are the state of the pillars? Like, do they all look exactly alike?
Yeah, from
Are
what you can
there-
see, yeah, they're just these stone columns. They're probably only about 5 feet in diameter. They're nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Made of the same stone, tan sandstone probably type thing that you've seen a lot of this stuff made out of. But from what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be anything fancy, just structural.
And nothing stands out from one or the other. Or anything.
No, not that you can tell.
Okay. If I want to try something else. If I turn around backwards and try walking backwards, what does the same effect happen?
Yeah, so you turn around and you just try
Yeah,
to walk backward toward the light. So as you are walking backwards, you kind of feel that weight again drawing on you as you get closer and closer. It's almost like you're like, you're trying to push a refrigerator or something. You know what I mean? You're just like, you feel that weight on you. How far do you get?
Not
How far-
very far.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if the same thing happened.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do they notice me
well, I was
just
gonna
like
check in
frozen
on
in
you
time over here? Or?
and ask.
Um,
Why, Luke?
I saw
what's
you
taking so long?
go in, but I don't know if I knew you got frozen. in there.
Yeah. With you being so close to where that, you'd probably have to be like, "Hey, like, are you good?" You know what I mean? I don't know why I have to yell, but it's not loud. But it's like turning down the radio to, when you need to when you're looking for directions or something. So I've got to turn it down so I can see where I'm going.
Can I project my voice?
Do you? Probably not physically. At this point, you're physically unable to move.
Okay, so I can't use my lips or my mouth or anything.
Right. So if you have something else, or you know what? This is why I had to do a fail check. Fail speaks to you telepathically, which he has done the entire time. He speaks to you. Lukthaen, are you all right?
I'm fine physically. I'm stuck.
Are you not able to move any further?
No, I cannot move in any direction. I can't even move my lips.
All right, so he's picking up what you're throwing down. So he's still kind of probably near where Fox is. I don't think Fox has gone anywhere at this point yet.
Not yet.
Can I ask a quick question?
You can ask a quick question. I can give you a quick answer. Mine's 42. I was faster. So.
Am I aware? Did I see Aust enter the shadow and find relief?
Let's see. So from where you
It's a lot nicer
are,
in the shadows.
because of the pillars, right? They, every time he's, because it's funnier, we'll just say your eyes are able to move, right? As you're watching him go, right? But you see the pillar, and then you see Aust behind the pillar, and he's behind the pillar, right? You can't actually see what he does. And then he comes, behind from each one. He's way on the outside. He seems to be moving okay. But then again, he's behind the pillar. You can't really see anything. And then he goes behind the next one, right? Again, behind the pillar. From your perspective, you probably can't see what he was doing directly.
Okay. I had said that Rom was on my shoulder. Is he physically
Did
restrained?
say he is at that point. If he is still on there, if you didn't book it or you didn't recommend him to book it, then
okay, I'm trying to connect. Let me say that. Okay. Fail, what's going on with the others?
Well, and then he's kind of again looking around through it. It would seem Sir Aust has found something. Arlo has gone to join him. Fox and I are still here at the edge of the room. Perhaps we'll meet up with the others and see if they found anything relevant.
Can you communicate to Arlo and Aust and ask them what they've discovered?
Very well. So, you guys can probably hear one side of the conversation, right? Because you can't hear his response. But, trying to communicate with each of you. Arlo, Sir Aust, have you all found anything?
I found these torches.
Okay.
The pool changes when we're behind the pillars and shadow. So that's as much as we got. We haven't gotten much farther than that.
There's much relief behind in the shadows.
Curious. Perhaps I will join you and see what you've made of these torches. So Arlo is Fayal is going to, kind of take a similar route that Arlo probably did, and circle back and meet up with you all.
Does he report that back to me?
So yes. Sir Aust, what have you made of these torches? Where have you gathered these from?
They were suspiciously in this sconces, and so I thought maybe there was something to do with these torches and sconces in a what seems to be magically lit room.
And were these torches lit when you first encountered them?
They were indeed, yes.
Did you notice anything in particular about the flames themselves?
No? It seemed like normal fire.
Curious. Do you have a way to light them again? I would like to see the flame, please.
Yeah, and so I'd take out. I'm sure I have some kind of tinderbox.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. So you kick up a flame. You light this torch, and now at least the three of you guys. Not sure what you did. Like, where'd everybody going?
Yeah.
Not sure if you're just hanging out or what.
No, I think I'd follow Thayal.
Okay.
I think I was just kind of taken in.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
So again, similarly, you and Thayal both feel as when you're in the shadow, relief, weight in the light, and so now you're all looking at this flame. This flame that is, seems to be moving and dancing, as flame does, without any hindrance. It seems like normal flame. It's illuminating whatever, whatever you put it towards, within the shadow. It's like, curious. Why would we need torches in a room filled with light?